totally enjoyed the show, everyone. Alright guys, I really want to say this, and I've said it before, but I'll keep saying it. You know, if you want to be with someone, let's say you like money, or you value looks, or you value intelligence, or you value education, or you value whatever. I mean, you have to remember that some people value heart and soul, and they don't judge, and they'll pick anyone that meets their connection standards because they like heart and soul, and that person has heart and soul, and they connect with it. That's another thing that people like, right? Some people don't want someone that is, nitpicky about money or looks or whatever, so they want someone with a heart, someone with a kind persona, and they want someone that's more realistic. Yet there are other people that want, I want the best looking guy and the best looking girl, or the best looking home, or the best looking amount of money. Not the best looking, but the most amount of money. And so they value different things. Whatever you value, you can get that. Now don't think that, I don't mean everybody that is those things is going to like you, but there's enough people in the world that eventually, if you want someone with certain qualities, whether they're money or looks or heart or whatever, you can find that because there's enough people in the world, and eventually you go through people that don't like you, and you end up with the one that does. Now, the ones that do, or the one that does. So, in general, I would say, there's some people that, maybe they want looks and they don't feel they can get looks because they're not conventionally attractive. But like I said, guys, not every conventionally attractive person wants a model to date, right? I mean, the majority of good-looking people probably want someone that's good-looking. But I would say that's not always true, right? And if you want someone with money, you want, just go for that because, and I mean, there's some people that just don't want to be alone, right? They don't want to be alone. They feel like they would rather wait for someone better, but they don't feel that they're a good standard enough yet, or they don't feel they're good enough as a standard for themselves, so they just rush into it. But in general, it's good to have a relationship where you are not feeling like you have to be in the relationship so that you're not alone, right? It's good to be able to choose who you want and not be forced because you feel like you're in a rush. But some women definitely, their biological clock is ticking, so they want to be in a relationship by a certain age so that they can have kids. But in general, setting that aside, you're going to have to pick someone at some point as a woman. But let's say you're a gay guy or a lesbian or transgendered, you don't need, or non-binary, and you don't want to have kids or whatever, or hetero and don't want kids, you don't have to worry about those things. So instead of rushing in and picking someone because you need to have someone in a hurry, just wait. Wait, right? There's no harm in waiting, seeing what's out there, trying your hand at dating. All that stuff is important, and I really think, you miss out on that if you're in a rush. Personally, for me, I'm in a marriage and I'm in an open marriage, but I'm the type of person that if I was single, I could do things alone. I would even go to a movie alone. I've done it before. I've gone to a movie alone. You just do these things because you want to just enjoy these things without worrying about whether you have to have someone. I know a lot of people will say, oh, don't go out and watch a movie alone. You should have someone with you. Well, what if you don't, right? Then just watch it by yourself, right? But some people cannot live on that philosophy. They think, how can you go to a movie by yourself? And that's definitely more of an awkward thing. I think, going to a movie by yourself is different than, maybe going to a restaurant by yourself. Even a restaurant, people will be like, why don't you go with someone rather than no one? But in general, you can do these things alone. You don't have to have someone with you every time you do something, right? But a lot of people have that mentality where it's like, at least bring a friend, right? Anyway, I'm the person that believes in being yourself, having fun, doing whatever, and I believe you can do these things alone. I don't think you have to necessarily have anyone with you. I don't think it's necessarily wrong to feel good about watching a fun, good movie alone. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, obviously you'd rather have someone there, but if you're looking to date someone and you don't want to have friends while you're dating, and you're looking only to date people and you want to wait for the right person, then there's no sense in worrying whether you're alone or not. Anyway, totally different now.